It's music only.
It's hard to qualify or quantify. I mean, how much is autobiographical and how much is fiction, because for me, when I write, I'm coming from sometimes a very personal place, sometimes it's partly made up and partly my own experience, but then things get all mixed up into one big pot, and then I don't know the difference or the line between art and life, or fiction and nonfiction, but it's all coming from, I'm just channeling this information. So it's my personal experiences, it's other people's personal experiences, and I've just put it all together to tell a story. We live in a time when artists aren't encouraged to be rebellious. We don't encourage the artists of today to speak their mind, to express their opinions, to think outside the box, to take risks. So I think it's important to call attention to the idea that being rebellious is part of art and an important part of it. And I don't know, I want to underline it. But it's also important to add the word heart, because it's not just being rebellious for the sake of being rebellious. I think it's also important to let people know that love, I do a lot of my rebellion. Not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean the same thing. You could be rebelling against something, some kind of oppression or discrimination or prejudice, but you wouldn't necessarily be being provocative. You know, you could also be provocative without being rebellious. So they can cross, of course, and be the same, but they're not necessarily the same. I have some ideas, yes, but I've been very focused on finishing my record, doing the first video, preparing for the Grammys, and I only in the back of my mind is what I'm going to do on my tour. Not yet.
It's music only.